Alright, good morning to Lufalaba bikers. Hopefully here we are at the outset of what I guess a lot of us bikers are wanting to be a really big 2022 as we get back on track, so to speak, with our touring and riding and whatever else it is that you like to do on your bike. Certainly that's my intention as well. Anyway, so this is just a brief interlude to say if you're watching this, it's because I've put together a video of part one of the Adventure Bike Rider UK Southeast Britain tour, and this is just a word of warning, not for you British bikers because you know the reality here, but for the non-Brits, and I know there are a few of you out there. Word of warning is this tour is taken in February, despite the fact that I do at one point say in November. Don't know what was going on there, just guess I lost my marbles like the rest of society for a short period. But anyway, so it is February in the southeast of England, and it is cold, overcast and quite miserable. Obviously, as you'll all know, it feels much better when you're actually out there on the bike yourself and looking at the views, but it's not going to be the most spectacular video by any stretch of the imagination. So if you want to skip it at this point, go right ahead, but please do not unsubscribe because it's going to get better, right? Things can only get better. So just for those who want to press on, great. Hopefully things will get better as the year goes on. We'll go to much more scenic places with more light, and the videos will also get better as I blow the cobwebs out of my video making. Alright, that was all I want to say. Ciao for now. So here we are, somewhere in the southeast of England, heading towards Dorking and Box Hill. So Box Hill, I don't know a lot about it really. It's well known in the area. It's pretty flat around here, so I think it's one of the few high points. Most I know about it was from the Olympics when it was used predominantly in the cycling, to give the cyclists a bit of a workout. Anyway, I've not been there, but it is on this ABR Southeast tour. So this is stop number one that I'm looking for. Alright, now, where is it? This one here? Oh, I think it is. Inspirational Box Hill School, that would be it. Well, I don't know how inspirational it is. Just open up my, whoops, wait for that bus. And it gives me an opportunity to open my visor a wee bit, now that I'm going a bit slower. Well, I don't know how inspirational the Box Hill School is, but it certainly looks suitably expensive around here, I would say. Now, this is my first tour of the year. It's been a really slow start after January being basically FC for the whole month. It's not so much the cold, but call me a wimp if you will, but I don't ride below 5 degrees because of the risk of ice. And I'm not much of a fan of what the salt does to the bike either, despite that I do have a bit of rust proofing stuff on it. XCP is what I use, but still. Anyway, so this is the first real serious outing of the year, so it's the 9th of February at the moment, 2022, sorry. So the perils of doing two things at once, isn't it? Don't even know what year it is. Keep an eye on the sat nav. Obviously it's not going to be as scenic as it would be you know, after spring sets in, but this is what it is. It's my first, it's an opportunity. I'm going down to Southampton anyway, so it's kind of en route to do this little mini tour, nicely kindly provided by Adventure Bike Rider magazine, and it just gets me started. Also gives me a chance to try and remember how to use the blasted camera and video editing software again, which has hardly got used since the Scotland expedition last year. So this is obviously the aptly named Zigzag Road. Right, ooh, opportunity to get a bit of a stretch in here. Here are some of the cyclists. Ooh. Once spring sets in and it greens up a bit, will be quite a picturesque spot, no doubt. Of course, it'll also be a lot busier. This being a Tuesday in November. So the second time there's a car right in the turn. No cars in this turn, yay! Woohoo! National Trust Centre, Visitor Centre. Oh, and another biker. Here he goes. Old Anfield. Didn't get a good look, but it might have been one of those meteors. Oh, there we go. It's clearly the viewpoint, isn't it? The good viewpoint. If I was on foot, I would go down and have a nosy. Right, well, I think that was Box Hill then, wasn't it? Very good. Turn off for a while. That's quite an achievement. We're approaching Ditchling Beacon, which is a lookout in the South Downs National Park. Of all things, I've managed to, at a junction, get myself in the middle of a funeral cortege which is going up to the beacon. So that's a bit of a first, I must say. Now, was that the lookout there, and I've disappointed gone past it, haven't I? That's disappointing, isn't it? Nowhere to pull over on the side of the road. What a surprise! So do. Somebody's bloody motorcycle tower over there. I hope they weren't needing it. Right, that could have gone horribly wrong, couldn't it? Okay, so this would be Ditchling Beacon. Here's another biker. What are the odds he's on the same route? Yeah, it's not a bad view at all. And there's Channel out in the distance. Alright, so here we are in downtown Brighton on a Tuesday in February. here it's quite breezy out there. It's not too cold, but I think it's about 12 degrees according to the forecast. But with the wind, it's a wee bit chilly. And my challenge is to find somewhere down here to park. Solo motorcycles, that will do, won't it? Nicely. Not sure if I got coming down to central Brighton. I'm just following a sat-nav pin from a route that I got off TomTom Amazing Britain Routes, put in there by Adventure Bike Rider. And I was sort of thinking, oh, I hope the bottom pin down here is close to the pavilion, because I have no idea where it is. Saw this motorcycle park, and look at that. That would be the pavilion. It's quite striking, isn't it? Right, so I'm going to pack up and go for a walk and warm myself up and maybe find a coffee somewhere. So this is at the world famous Brighton Pier, apparently the Brighton Palace Pier. These places certainly have an ambience of their own, don't they? Another famous Brighton site, the pavilion, I think they call it. A folly of King George IV, apparently. Very odd. Handy tip for the bikers, there's solo motorcycle parking here, right at the very front of the pavilion, just tucked away out at sight, just off this wee stub street here if you come this way. Handy to know. Okay, so that, fellow bikers, it's a very brief tour of Brighton, and that's probably going to be about me for today. Just doing the north-south leg of the ABR Southeast tour, because I need to go east from here to Southampton, which is just a motorway run, so that's probably going to be it for now, unless anything else interesting comes up on the way. For now I better just pay attention later probably.